Hey guys, Brett Mugford with another video, and today I'm going to be going over my 23andMe results. 23andMe, especially coming up on Christmas, I think is an amazing gift. I got it from my mother last year, and she gets emails every now and then, new report. So it's literally the gift that keeps on giving. And it even gives to the gift, like if you give the gift, you can, like I gave it to my mom, so that helps my own results out. So it's a great gift, and I'll have a link in the description to buy it. Alright, ancestry composition. Your DNA suggests your ancestry is 40% British and Irish with ties to 3 other populations. And I've already done a little bit, so the British is all on my dad's side mostly. And I also went to Ancestry, did a little searching, but everybody always says I have like an accent all the time. Where are you from? What accent do you have? You talk so proper, this and that, you talk so proper. And I'm thinking that's because the 40% British, they're known for talking proper. So let's view the report. Ancestry composition. I'm about as white as you can get. Well, actually, no. I'm 0.1% Sub-Saharan African. But everybody is from Sub-Saharan African. See right here, African reflects both in the deep history of humans in the region and the recent migrations that have carried people from Western Africa to both Southern and Eastern Africa. As a result, this ancient and complex population history, it's difficult to assign some DNA to a specific population. So I am 99.9% British. European. I'm 99.9% European. And 40% British and Irish, mostly United Kingdom it looks like within the last 200 years, which is about right, I think. And then on my mom's side, on my dad's side, it's mostly British, and on my mom's side, there's a combination of these other stuff. Like I think the Eastern European, the French and German, the Balkan, Northwestern European, Southern European, and just broadly European, so very white. And then this is what's really cool here. You can see an ancestry timeline. How many generations ago was your most recent ancestor for each population? So it kind of, I've looked at it already. Nothing in these results kind of shocked me, but there is definitely good information. And as you can see right here, I have my mother, but I haven't connected my father yet. And it kind of tells you, once I put my mother's results in, I can see what I got from her. And then it kind of automatically shows you what you get from the other parent based on what you get from your mother, because I got her the kit too, right? So you can see from my dad's side, I got 40% British and Irish, a little bit of French and German, and the Northwestern European. Then from my mom's side, I got the combination of all the other things. And I'm 51.2% my mother and 48. Oh, is this just European or what I am of each parent? Not quite sure. I think it's what I am from each parent, so I'm more my mother than I am my father. Which I agree with, because it's so weird. Me and my mom have the exact same taste. All of our foods, we can literally pick foods for each other and know what we like. Like it's scary, like twins. Our flavor tastes are the exact same on everything. And then you can see this here, which is your like little picture of your DNA, I guess, which is scary. I don't know if I should put this on the internet, but I don't think there's enough information here to mutate me or create my double, because it's real, it happens, man. The government just don't tell you. Anyway, so let's carry on. And of course you can click on all of this and look at all the information. It's actually really neat. But what I really wanted, which is extra, you can just get the ancestry results, but I wanted like so you can go here, the scientific details, and it tells you like the numbers for your genes, your raw results, and the match confidence, 171 populations, see what's detected, which is so cool. See, I've got no Denmark, Iceland, Norway, or Sweden, which I feel like is something you want to have. I feel like if you have those, you're really attractive. So now let's go to the health reports, and they can give you, based on your DNA, your likeliness of a few diseases like Parkinson's and what's the, where you lose your memory. Obviously I've lost mine. It's not a good disease, but by knowing it you can take steps to help prevent it. But I don't even want to know, just because I don't want to live my whole life. Ooh, I might get it, I might, it's just, I want to live my life. So alcohol flush reaction, I'll tell you if this is all accurate. I'll go through it all and tell you if I think it's accurate. So unlikely to flush alcohol, which is right here. In people who experience the alcohol flush reaction, a toxic substance called, can't pronounce that, builds up after drinking, causes tiny blood vessels in the face to temporarily expand and fill with more blood, similarly to what happens when people blush. So I'm not sure really if I have that, because I don't really drink enough to even know. But I don't get nauseous, I don't get headaches, I don't get sleepiness. But my mom, I think she does get that, because she said alcohol just always makes her feel sick whenever she sips it. And unlikely to flush after drinking alcohol. I mean, I feel like my face gets really hot and red. So I'm honestly not sure, because I just don't drink. So I don't really know. Caffeine consumption. Likely to consume more than the average person. This is definitely true. I was hooked on Red Bulls, which is basically 2-3 cups of coffee in one drink. I was hooked on it every day. But I got this Invisalign video coming on that, which I basically cut off everything. I only drink water now. I don't drink pop anymore. I don't drink Red Bull. I literally just drink water. So like, I'm not addicted to caffeine, but I was definitely hooked on, I never liked coffee, don't drink coffee, but for a good while, I was definitely pretty heavily hooked on the Red Bulls. But then I said, screw this, it's expensive, makes me miserable, so I said, screw it. So more likely, I definitely am more likely to drink it and keep drinking it, but I have a good ability to just quit. So I would say this one is true. Let's go back to the next one. Like, less likely to be a deep sleeper. This is new. I don't remember this when I checked a few months ago. See, there's delta waves and alpha waves. This is really fascinating, because I did kind of like read an article or something about this recently, and it tells me the sleep pattern. So a sleep is usually from about 11 p.m. to 7, 8 a.m. That's right, I start work at 7, so it's like, for me, it's usually about 11 midnight to 6 a.m. is when I usually sleep. I'm not sure if I'm a deep sleeper, but I think I am. See, not likely to be an especially deep sleeper. I don't think I'm really that much of a deep sleeper, but I also don't really wake up much during the night at all, so maybe I might be. Now let's go to genetic weight. Predisposed to weigh about average. So right here, for a 20-year-old man who is 6 foot, the average is 176 pounds. Me, I am 188 pounds. At one point when I was younger, I was 260 pounds, but then I started working, and when I was working instead of sitting at home eating, so I lost weight. And I would always buy food where I work, fast food every day, and Starbucks Frappuccino 1 or 2 every day. I just spent all my money and just treated myself to so much bad stuff, and I decided I'm gonna start saving money. And when I started saving money, I started losing weight too, and now I just kind of continue, because I want to be healthy. I want to live a good, healthy life. I want to feel energy, so I drink water. I don't really ever eat fast food anymore. Sometimes I'll go to go get a burrito or something, or pizza, but that's just average. I try to eat healthy most of the time, but you got to treat yourself once in a while too. Balance it's a lifestyle, not a diet. So you got to have pizza all the time, not every day. You got to eat salads once in a while, not every day. Just have a good balance. Now these ones here, I feel like these are like the same for a lot of people. If you do all of this stuff, you're gonna lose weight, avoid fast food. But I think with these percents is different for certain people. Like for me, the number one thing would be to avoid fast food. And I think for some people, like the number one thing would be to eat more vegetables. So for me, avoid fast food, I do that pretty much 100%. Red meat, I don't really eat much meat. I try to eat protein and stuff, but not usually. It's not usually in the form of meat. Exercising, I would have to be honest, I don't exercise really at all except for my job, which is a little bit of physical labor, but it's not like a workout. It's just kind of steady physical lifting. Eating vegetables, I try to eat vegetables. I love broccoli. Sleeping a healthy amount, I probably do not. I try to 7 to 8 hours. I probably get like 6 to 7. When I'm off, I get like 9, 10, 11 hours of sleep if it's my day off. So this is, I try to do these things, but no, not all the time. It doesn't always work out. And now there is lactose intolerance. Likely tolerant. I'm definitely tolerant to lactose. Fascinating. The older you get, the more lactose intolerance increases. Well, for me, I'm 20 years old, an adult now, and I am definitely okay with lactose. Muscle composition. Common in power elite athletes. So I guess I have like the right muscle composition, but you've got to put in the work too. You know what I mean? They say protein is good, common result. But it also says most people have the same as a power athlete. Saturated fat and weight. So I guess this would be like your BMI, similar BMI if calories remain the same. So saturated fat intake and BMI. I will be honest, I eat so much foods that are really, really high in fat, and I don't think it affects my weight. So this here would have to be accurate, because like I said, I can eat so much fat and it doesn't really affect my fat and weight. Likely average or less sleeve movement. I do have a Fitbit. I wore it for a very long time and I move less than average. According to my Fitbit, way more than average. I would definitely move at least 16 times a night, every night. But also on my cat and other things, I feel like if I was just in a super, not like without the cat meowing and coming on the bed and this and that, I feel like I'd probably be still above average. I remember some nights it'd be like 30 times during the sleep. Asparagus odor detection. So this is if your urine smells when you eat asparagus. I'm poor, I can't eat asparagus, so honestly, I do not know. I'm cheap, but I guess I should find out. Go get some asparagus. It's freaking expensive here though. It's like friggin' $7 a pound. 79%. I probably can then. And then finger length ratio. My ring finger. So likely to have longer ring fingers than index finger. Oh, let's see. My ring finger is longer than my index finger. So this one is right. And then ability to match musical pitch. This is fascinating. I'm not sure if I can match a musical pitch. 66% cannot. It says I cannot. I feel like I can. Repeat after me. Do, re, mi. I don't know. Now it's getting awkward. I'll make a singing video soon and we'll find out. Back hair, likely little or upper back hair. That's accurate. Bald spot, likely no bald spot. Thank God I don't want to have a bald spot. I want to be looking good my whole life. Bitter taste, can taste bitter. Brussels sprouts taste bitter to me. Super bitter. But raw broccoli is delicious. But Brussels sprouts do not taste bitter. So this is about half and half. I'm likely to be able to detect certain bitter tastes. I'd say that's correct. Cheek dimples, no dimples, fascinating. Because I have it on one side, right there, but not on the left side. So does that count? Cilantro taste aversion, slightly higher odds of disliking cilantro. My dad hates the taste of cilantro. My mom likes the taste, and I also like the taste of cilantro. I always get it when I get a burrito, so this one would not be right. Cleft chin. No cleft chin. Earlobe, detached earlobes. That's what most people have. Mine are detached, like really detached. Like they stick out. And early hair loss. Likely no hair loss. Thank God. Did not experience hair loss or thinning before age 40. Every time I go to my hairstylist, she says, oh, your hair grows so good, it's so thick, you're lucky. A lot of people wish they had that, and I'm like, oh, thank God. But if you look at this little graph they have here, so that's me. That symbol is advises looking at the hairline of your mom's dad. And my mom's dad, apparently, all of him, like everything about him looks just like me. So this is definitely, I'd have to say the myth is true. Eye color, blue or green eyes. My eyes are definitely green. 21% have greenish blue eyes, 17% have all the way green. Pause the video, look at my other videos, zoom in, see what you think. I think they are definitely green. 52% have blue eyes. That's like so much to me. Fear of heights, less likely than average to be afraid of heights. When I was younger, I'd be afraid of heights. Like it kind of gets you a little bit of nerves, but I go on like a doors off helicopter trip, and I'm just like, when you're going up the first few minutes, you're like, whoa, but then you're like, whoa, this is awesome. I wish I could have stuck my feet all the way out the helicopter, but to go that, costs more. Likely little freckling. I don't have any freckles. Hair photo bleaching. More likely to experience hair photo bleaching. This one is good because I want to go to California and get light hair and look like I belong there. So that's something I want. 76% experience hair photo bleaching. So that's when the sun makes your hair go lighter, just like these pictures here. Solar powered styling. Likely straight or wavy. My hair is extremely wavy. So I'm in the 11% straight or wavy. So I definitely have I'm in the 11% where my hair is all the way wavy. And hair thickness, less likely to have thick hair. This one's wrong because my hairstylist says always my hair is super thick. So, and light or dark hair, likely light. Mine is dark. Mine is, I would say, dark brown. So this one is kind of right, more likely. I'm dark brown, so that one is not bang on. Less likely to hate chewing sounds. You know what? It depends on the chewing sound. I normally don't mind it, but listening to some of the Gary Vee podcasts, it's like, whoa. And sometimes his chewing is so loud, like anybody would hate it. So I'd have to say I don't mind it. Like if I'm at work in the lunchroom, people are chewing, it doesn't really bother me. Mosquito bite frequency. Likely bitten as often as others. That would have to be true. I feel like I'm pretty average. Likely little baby hair. I am not sure. Can't remember. Have to ask my parents for that one. Photic sneeze response. I do not have this. I looked up. So this is when you're exposed to bright light and you sneeze, which is really fascinating. I don't have that. Red hair, no red hair. That's right. Lighter skin. I would have to say, yeah, my skin is really light. Sweet and salty. I would have to say it's 50-50. I like both, but I prefer sweet. I'd have to say I prefer the sweets. Toe length, second toe longer. Oh man, I'd have to look. Screw it. Likely at least a little unibrow. I do have like a little tiny bit of a unibrow. So 53% I fit in with the average. Wake up time, likely to wake up around 8:32 a.m. If I did not have to work. Anyway, people with genetics in their 20s wake up on average around 8:32 a.m. on their days off. On my days off, I wake up if I had, sorry, let me get back in my spot. If I had like no certain time to wake up every day, I feel like I'd probably wake up around 8:30 a.m. But I have to wake up at 6 a.m. every day, so on my days off, I really make up for it and sleep until like 11 a.m., noon maybe, because I really like to stay up late until like 2, 3 a.m. making YouTube videos, then I sleep until 11. So my internal alarm clock, even on my days off, though I do wake up and look at the clock around 8:39, but that's maybe because work has trained my brain. So I am definitely a night person. Doesn't even go as far as, and the older you get, the earlier you wake up. Likely no widow's peak. So this is when your hair has a little peak, and I don't have it. I mean, do I? Do you count that as... Maybe I do have a widow's peak. I don't know. You tell me. What do you think? That is all of the traits and wellnesses that you can view. Then you can also view those disease ones, whether you can get Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. It tells you not like if you're going to get it for sure, not just kind of your likeliness based on your genes. But I chose not to get those results. My mom chose to get them, and for her it was no, you're not likely, and no, you're not likely. So I'll just go off of that. They have all this research information, which you can take these surveys and help all of the research that goes into genetics, which is really fascinating. And then there's DNA relatives, where you can go on here and look at relatives. I know this sounds like a sales pitch, but it's just a video I thought I would do because, I mean, everybody around me tells me on YouTube I should do stuff I'm fascinated and interested in, and this DNA stuff is definitely something I'm really interested in. And I mean, I've got to be honest with you, it is a fantastic gift. I think it's the best gift you could get someone if they're into this kind of thing. Because there is a lot of people that, no, I'm not giving my DNA, I don't want to know, they don't agree. But my mom and I are both really into it, so I got it for her a gift. And there's always new results and changes, and the research keeps on. So it's a gift that keeps on giving. Like I said, I will have a link in the description that will give you 10% off your DNA kit. There might be some other sales going on, but click that link, get 10% off, and at the same time, you're helping out the channel. So thanks for watching. I have a bunch of videos coming up over the next few weeks. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video for more. Thanks for watching.